Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge and welcome to another book haul. This one we're going to call a Memorial Weekend haul or beginning of June haul. I don't know what we're going to call it, but I'm filming on Memorial Day. I think like a lot of people, I'm trying to get some bulk filming done while I have the day off. So this is the last book in a long line of books that I've been sent. Or I mean, of videos that I'm doing. Wow, I can't even talk right. This is my book haul cart that I use, and once it gets full, I try to do a book haul. That's how I do things. Anyway, I have, as usual, way too many books to share. What we are going to do, how we're going to do this order is I'm going to start with the books that I've recently been sent as a gift. And then we're going to do some of the new releases that I've purchased myself. And then we'll end as usual with a bunch of the historical romances that I just collect always. I'm just collecting them always. So let's go ahead and dive in. So one thing I do want to say is that any of these that are sent as a gift, I usually try to keep the note with them. But sometimes I read the note and post a picture on my Instagram, and then I put the note in. I have this place where I keep all of the gifts notes that anyone sent me. So if I wasn't able to give you a shout out in this, know that I did do a shout out when you sent it to me. Sorry, that's not the perfect answer. But let's start off with a book that I've been dying to have. And I was actually sent two of these books. One of them has been passed on to my sweet friend Crystal because the letter from, I believe it's Lori, I believe is the first name, said that if I ended up getting two, that I could send one to Crystal. So one of them got sent to Crystal, but it is Thief of Shadows. This is my favorite book by Elizabeth Hoyt. One of my favorite books of the year, maybe ever. And it was the only one that I could not find this step back, which is beautiful and wonderful. Elizabeth Hoyt has some of the best step backs, and I couldn't find one. I had ordered 4 different copies of this book, and I had not found one with the step back, and then I got sent 2 of them within 2 days. So you guys truly are amazing. Thank you to the 2 ladies who sent this to me. I have one in my care, and the other is being sent to Crystal, who I had approval to do that, and who has also been searching. So thank you so much. Then this one, I have the note inside. This is from Irma, and she sent me one of the books on my wish list. This is Top Secret. This is one of my favorite mails. She did say she's like, the audio is even better. I actually read this book before I was listening to romance on audio. So Irma, I will definitely check this book back out on audio, but I'd love to have it. But yeah, this is a mail. I believe this is, I can't remember if I think he's bisexual, but this is like a through texting. So this one guy, he is going to set up a threesome for him and his girlfriend, and then his girlfriend backs out of it. And so he's still messaging the guy, and they end up that they know each other. I won't do a story about each of these. I have too many, but wanted to share that with you. Then I just got this today. There was a whole hullabaloo about this one. But Sophie Barnes, the author who follows my channel, hi Sophie, she sent me a copy of one of her new releases, and I'm actually so happy to have this because Sophie, I tried to read an arc of this book and I got rejected. But you sent me a copy, which is so sweet. So this is Her Scottish Scoundrel, which is a Diamonds in the Rough series. Is this the first one? Oh, no. No, it looks like there might be a few in this series. But this is absolutely beautiful. I love the cover of it. I'll read the back of this since this is a new release and she sent it to me. I'll read the back of this one. Destined for the hangman's noose. Love is a dream that he cannot afford. When Blaine McNeil agrees to be Miss Charlotte Russell's bodyguard, he doesn't expect her to expand the job description to fake fiance. After 20 years in hiding, announcing his engagement to a Viscount's daughter could prove fatal, for if anyone were to recognize him, he'd be charged with murder. Determined to keep her independence in order to safeguard her writing career, Charlotte must avoid marriage. After all, no respectable gentleman would ever permit his wife to pen outrageous adventure novels. But when her most recent manuscript disappears, the roguish Scotsman posing as her fiancé becomes her closest ally and the greatest threat to her freedom. Well, that sounds delightful, Sophie. Thank you so much for sending me this book. I am going to try to read it soon. I say that with trepidation. I can't promise, but I will try my best. Thank you so much for sending it to me. What I can say is that I will read it. We'll just see where it ends up with. I'm totally in Mafia. This is so beautiful. Sorry, I keep looking at it. I love self-published historicals, and this one is such a nice quality. Ooh, it has other ones in the back. Okay, anyway, sorry. Thank you so much. And I finally got it. Then I was sent 2 other books from my wish list by my friend Tori. Tori had me on her podcast recently, and we were speaking about one of my favorite Mafia books of all time, Twisted Emotions. I will link Tori down below if I remember to. Otherwise, her channel name is Live a Novel Life or Novel Life. I'm never sure which one it is. But she sent me Soulless by Jade West. This is the second book in a trilogy about this couple. They're connected with the mafia, and he's considered a monster, and she thinks that he's amazing. I love the cover of these ones. So there's that. And then she sent me The Heir, which was so nice. We'll see more of Sophie Lark in this haul when we get there, but, you know, there's my beautiful Leo. He's so sexy. I love it. Thank you, Tori. It was so kind. I had such a wonderful time talking with you. Guys, if you haven't checked out Tori yet, I don't know what you're doing, but her channel is wonderful. She is a wonderful, wonderful woman, and you could have a great time with her. Then I was sent a couple other books by authors. First up is my lady Katie Robert. I'm actually a part of her Patreon, so these weren't like a free gift sent to me. I am a part of her Patreon to support her. And so I got the 2 newest releases. So I got Seducing My Guardian, which her books are always signed for me. I love the covers on her Touch of Taboo novels. They're so pretty. And then Broderick, which is book 2 in the Sabine Valley. And this is one of my favorite books by her. This is an FFM. I didn't know I was into those, but 2 for 2, the FFMs I've read have been by Katie Robert, and the other one being The Sea Witch. And while that one wasn't my favorite, I loved this one. I was sent No Time for Caution by K.T. Semois. I'm not sure. I think this one has to do with organized crime, but I'm not sure. It's a pretty short one. It's under 200 pages, and it's a Triskelion security series. This cover gives me like Kaz Brecker vibes. I know that's not what this book is about, but like I get the Kaz Brecker vibes with like the rubber gloves. This is another new release, so I will read the back of it real quick. Pragmatic, sensible. They'll engrave that on her tombstone someday. Riona Araby is an actuary with a well-connected family, an active imagination, a dirty book tucked under her pillow, and a secret desire to meet Master Right. Captain Hardin, one of the U.S. Naval Special Warfare Development Group and now of no fixed address, has blood on his hands and a price on his head. On the run from one of the world's most dangerous oligarchs, the captain has few allies, many enemies, and no options. To make matters worse, his flight's been delayed. When the chance meeting with a handsome stranger in an airport sparks an affair of a lifetime, Riona soon realizes her attraction to this dangerous man may cost everything she's willing to give and more. As Hardin's past and Riona's future collide, they'll quickly learn that in life and love, there's no time for caution. So, I want to read this soon. I need to bump this up. But I was sent this one to talk about and kind of promote it in exchange for a copy of the book. So I've done that, and I need to read this soon. So thank you for sending this to me. And again, I literally said yes because of what this cover looked like. And so that's why I had no idea what this was about. They were like, can we send you a copy? And I'm like, yes. And then the sweet Maggie Cole, who I've been talking about nonstop because it's deserved, there is going to be a giveaway of her books happening in the Mafia Romance Readathon. And so she sent me a copy to give as a gift, and also copies for me as well, which was so kind. And I was so happy to get them because I actually have read these ones already. I actually, when I was reached out to, I was like, well, let me read them first, you know, because I'm interested in Mafia. I was like, well, let me see if I like them so that you don't waste your time. You know, I just wanted to be honest. I was like, I don't promote the books if I don't like them. You know, like, I'm willing to show a book in a book haul or show a picture of it, but I'm not willing to like promote the book unless I love them. And praise be, do I love the Mafia War series. So the first one is Ruthless Stranger. I won't talk too much about this. I've talked about it so much, but all the books in this series are fantastic. I've read 6 of them so far. There's only 3 of them available. Of the time you're watching this video, the 3rd book will be out. So there's Ruthless Stranger, and there is Broken Fighter. And then the 3rd book, which I don't have in my hands yet, but I will, is called, wow, I forgot what it's called. Cruel Enforcer, I think is book 3. It's the purple one. And these are about the Ivanov brothers. And I love them. So these ones are signed. Thank you, Maggie. I honestly love this series that you're writing. I love it so much. Then I have a few of these books here that these came in a haul that someone sent me some books from a used bookstore. There was no note. There was no explanation. They just were sent to my P.O. box, and I have no idea. No one has yet said that they're the ones who sent them to me. But there was also some, like, religious ones sent with it. And there was some that I would have never, like, asked for those books, and nobody really, like, explained what was going on. But there were a couple out of that haul that I'm interested in. So I'll show you those ones. And I would love for someone to tell me who sent it to me so I can thank you. But just being honest, out of that haul, there was 4 of them that I'm very interested in, and the others I will make sure that they go to someone who loves them. But I was sent The Lady Most Likely. I think I have read this back when I was binging Julia Quinn and Eloisa James, but it's one of these anthologies that they wrote together. I believe there's The Lady Most Likely and A Lady Most Willing, and like they all take place at the same like weekend party. There is An Unwilling Bride by Jo Beverly. And then these are some older ones, which I'm intrigued by. This one's called The Curse of the Kings by Victoria Holt. And Madeline by Carolyn Arnett, which says it's a Regency romance. So I don't know when I will get to these 2, but I'm actually kind of intrigued. So again, please let me know if you're the one who sent me that big box of stuff. These are the ones that I'm the most interested in, and that was interesting. All right, so here are... let's see, should we go on to like new releases? We'll do that. We'll see where we end up. So to continue with a couple Sophie Lark books that I bought because I am filling out my collection, I picked up Bloody Heart, which is book 4 in the Brutal Birthright series. I didn't have this one yet. And then I grabbed the new release, The Rebel, because I had to have Miles. And then here we go with some other new releases. I got Filthy Hot, which I've already read and loved. This is book 5 in the Filthy Feckers. I have Tempting Fate by Kerrigan Byrne. This is book 4 in the Good Girls series. I loved this one. This was great. A Touch of Malice by Scarlett St. Clair. I am currently reading this one. This is book 3 in the Hades and Persephone series. I just love the covers of these books. A Kiss for a Kiss, which I have already read, and I really enjoyed it. This is an older love surprise pregnancy romance. And by older love, I mean they're both like 45. And it was a surprise release in the All In series. It was pretty good. This one I literally grabbed because it looks like it has a plus size heroine on the cover. It doesn't say on the back whether she is or not, but I think that she might be, and so I just loved it. This is Undercover Duke by Sabrina Jeffries. And I just love, like, I feel like she's a plus size heroine for just how it's pictured. And I love that. I don't know, but it's beautiful and dashing, and I really need to read Sabrina Jeffries. I keep collecting them. Of course, I have Neon Gods by Katie Robert. I read this couple months ago now and gave it 6 stars, and so I had to have a copy for it. This is another Hades and Persephone retelling, and it's probably my favorite Hades and Persephone retelling. And then I grabbed Lizzie and Dante by Mary Bly. Mary Bly is the real name of Eloisa James. Eloisa James is Mary Bly's pen name that she wrote historical romance under. And this is, I believe, I think it might be a contemporary fiction or like women's fiction, but I really wanted to support her, and I'm scared of what this one's about, because it is a illness, like it's a illness diagnosed, and this woman kind of goes on a last vacation and then she falls for a single dad and his kids. So a lot of that terrifies me, but I definitely want to give it a go because I appreciate Eloisa James. I also just grabbed, these were just some random ones that I bought from Barnes & Noble. They are not new releases, but I wanted them. I grabbed Deep Desire by Z.A. Maxfield, and I believe this is like a vampire romance, but it seemed really interesting to me. I saw The Duke Who Didn't by Courtney Milan, and I've heard wonderful things about this book. I grabbed Misadventures in Blue by Sierra Simone. I really want to start collecting these misadventure books, but like they're expensive. I grabbed An Unexpected Earl by Anna Harrington. I actually have the third book, an arc of the third book, so I want to read book 1 and 2 before I read this one, before I read that one. But I just really love the cover of this. And then I grabbed Whiteout by Adriana Anders, because I also got an e-arc of the second book in this series, and this book is on Anyplay, so I figured I'll listen to it, but I wanted to grab it. And I've been reading more romantic suspense, so I thought it would be good. Okay, now, there's one more that's not historical, so I'll share that, and then I'll share with you the other historical books that I grabbed. I grabbed a couple books from Book Outlet, and this one, I believe, is the beginning of the Psy-Changeling Trinity, which one of these is, I think this is The Bear Shifter, and I want to read it so bad. So I was able to get Silver Silence for just a couple bucks, and so I grabbed it. I've kind of been stepped away from some of Delaney Singh, but I want to get back into it. Okay, so then I also got the other 2 books in the All for Love series by Karen Rainey. There is To Wed an Heiress and To Bed the Bride. So I actually recently read To Love a Duchess, which is the first one, and Book Outlet had all 3 of these in hardcover, so I grabbed them so that I have a matching set. Then I finally did it. I found a copy of this book for under $100. I ended up getting a copy of Where Passion Leads by Lisa Kleypas. I think have all of her historicals. This was the last one I was missing. I've been biding my time. The ones available on Amazon were always over $100, and I just couldn't justify it. And then there was a copy that was in good condition, so like it's a bit rough on here, and I need to be careful with the cover, but I got this. I'm not ashamed. I got this for $60. It was the cheapest I've ever found it for. I hope I don't stumble across it in a used bookstore for $2 after this, but it was time to get it because it was the one that I was missing. And so I paid it, and it's here, and I couldn't be happier to have this book because I feel like a true fan now that I have Where Passion Leads. So there we go. All right, let's show these. Let's see if I can do this by author. I read a book by Liz Carlisle in May, and I really enjoyed it, but it was book 9 in a series, so I'm trying to collect the other books in it. So I grabbed A Bride by Moonlight, The Bride Wore Pearls, The Devil You Know, and The Bride Wore Scarlet, which are all kind of, this one's not in the series, but the other bride books are. Then I also read my first Karen Rainey, and I really enjoyed that. So I grabbed My True Love and Scotsman of My Dreams, because I want to read more of her for sure. Then I grabbed a couple more books by Teresa Medeiros when I found them. This one is Yours Until Dawn and Fairest of Them All. This one is one of her fairy tale retellings. I didn't get one with the step back, but like it kind of looks like that. This one was really beat up, but I have read books by Joe Goodman before, and this one, the book is also called The Devil You Know, which just kind of made me laugh, but it's pretty ripped up. But that's okay. The contents of the book are still good. This is part of a cowboy series that I read a couple of the books quite a few years ago. And I mean, when I saw this one available, I grabbed it. So hopefully I can find a better copy of it someday, but that's okay. Then I got One Night with You by Sophie Jordan. The Duke Demands by Anna Harrington. I got Before the Dawn by Beverly Jenkins. Look at this one. What year is this? 2001. Wow. And then this was my most recent Step Back Saturday, Savage Desire by Rosemary Rogers. All right, so there you go. That is my Memorial Weekend book haul. Thank you to everyone who sent me gifts. It always means so much to me that you think of me. Thank you to the U.S. Postal Service for getting my books to me. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, I'm loopy from filming too many things in a row. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for taking your time to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos 3 to 4 times a week. If you would like to see more of those, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. Bye.